You open a loyalty app and see 38,000 points sitting there. It feels good. You've been collecting them for months. Groceries, fuel, flights, online shopping. Every purchase has slowly pushed that number higher. And in your head, those points already feel like money. Maybe they'll pay for a flight, maybe a new appliance, maybe a big discount at Christmas. Then one day you finally decide to use them. The reward you wanted now costs more points. Some of the good options are unavailable, and a warning appears saying your points may expire. That's when you realize something important. You were treating those points like savings. But the company was never treating them like cash, because loyalty points are not really designed to sit safely in your account. They are designed to keep you spending. Loyalty programs are usually presented as a thank you. Shop with us and we'll reward you. And sometimes they do give you real value. But companies do not create these programs just because they appreciate you. They create them because loyalty points can change your behavior. They can make you choose one supermarket over another, one airline over another, one credit card over another, even when the other option is cheaper. Imagine you're buying groceries. Store A will cost you $95. Store B will cost you $101, but it offers 1,000 bonus points. Which one feels like the better deal? A lot of people choose Store B because the points feel like a reward, but unless those 1,000 points are worth more than $6, you have not saved money. You have paid extra to receive a future discount, and that future discount may come with rules. One reason loyalty points work so well is that the numbers look impressive. 50,000 points sounds like a lot. If someone said you had $50,000, you would probably remember exactly where it was. But 50,000 points could be worth $500, $200, or much less. It depends entirely on how you use them. That is the first trick. Points are made to look valuable before you fully understand what they are worth. The company decides how many points you earn, it decides which rewards you can use them for, and it decides how many points each reward costs. So although the points appear to belong to you, the company controls nearly everything about their value. You own the number. They control what the number can buy. Let's say you save 20,000 points for a coffee machine. You are almost there. Then the company changes the price. The coffee machine now costs 26,000 points. Your balance did not go down. No points were removed. But you still lost value. The company simply moved the finish line. Yesterday, your points were enough. Today, they are not. And because you are already close to the reward, you may keep spending to reach the new target. That is what makes this so effective. The closer you get, the harder it feels to stop. You think, I've already collected this many. I may as well finish. So instead of leaving the program, you spend more. The most obvious way points disappear is expiry. Some programs give you a fixed amount of time to use them. Others keep them active only if you continue earning or spending points. That means you can make all the purchases, collect the points, and still lose them because you did not use the account often enough. Think about how strange that is. You already did what the company wanted. You shopped there. You used the card. You gave them your attention and possibly your data. But the reward may still disappear unless you return. An expiry date creates pressure. It turns your points into a countdown. Instead of asking, do I actually need to buy something? You start asking, what can I buy before these points disappear? That is a very different question, and it is usually better for the company than it is for you. Companies know that a percentage of points will never be redeemed. People forget passwords. They lose access to old email accounts. They do not collect enough points to reach the minimum reward. They cannot find anything worth redeeming, or they simply forget the points exist. The unused points even have a name in business. They are called breakage. That basically means rewards that customers earned but never claimed. This is one reason companies can hand out points so freely. Giving someone 5,000 points does not always mean the company will eventually pay for a 5,000-point reward. Some customers will use them, some will not. The company only needs to estimate how many people will give up, forget, or run out of time. So when you see a generous bonus points promotion, remember this. The company is not assuming that every person will use every point perfectly. It is counting on many people not doing that. One of the smartest parts of loyalty programs is the minimum redemption amount. You might have 4,700 points, but the smallest useful reward costs 5,000. You're only 300 points away. That feels too close to ignore, so you buy something else. Not because you urgently need it, but because you want to unlock the value of the points you already collected. Now imagine the program sends you a message. Spend $120 this weekend and receive 2,000 bonus points. You normally spend $85, but now $120 becomes the target. You add a few extra items, a larger packet, an extra snack, something you might use later. You reach $121 and feel like you won, but you spent $36 more than usual. Even if the bonus points are worth $10, the company still came out ahead. The points did not reward your spending, they increased it. Another problem is that points are often easy to earn but much harder to spend. A flight might be advertised for 20,000 points, but when you search the dates you actually need, it costs 40,000. Or the only available flight leaves at 5:40 in the morning, or the points cover the flight but you still have to pay fees and taxes. The same thing can happen with products. The useful rewards disappear, the prices change, or the catalog is filled with items you would never buy using your own money. This matters because the advertised value and the real value may be very different. A reward is not valuable just because it exists. It is valuable only if you can use it for something you actually want at a reasonable price when you need it. There is another part of the deal that people often overlook. When you scan a loyalty card, the company may learn more about your shopping habits, what you buy, how often you visit, which discounts make you spend more, whether you usually buy the cheapest option or a premium brand. This information helps companies send offers that are more likely to work on you. That can sometimes be useful. You may receive discounts on products you already buy, but it also means the program is learning how to influence your next purchase. The points are not always a free gift. Sometimes they are part of an exchange. You receive rewards. The company receives your attention, your repeat business, and information about your habits. The biggest mistake is thinking of points as money in the bank. They are not. Cash does not usually disappear because you forgot to use it. Cash does not suddenly become worth less because one company changed a reward chart, and cash can be spent almost anywhere. Points are closer to a coupon controlled by the company that issued it. That does not mean they are useless. It means you should treat them differently. A large points balance is not always something to be proud of. Sometimes it means you have delayed using the reward while the company keeps the power to change its value. Saving points for years can feel responsible, but in many programs, using them earlier is safer. You do not need to avoid every loyalty program. You just need a few simple rules. First, never spend extra just to earn points. Ask yourself, would I still buy this if there were no points? If the answer is no, the reward is probably costing you money. Second, compare the actual prices first. Choose the cheaper or better product before thinking about points. The points should be a small bonus, not the main reason for the purchase. Third, use points regularly. Do not hold a huge balance for years unless you have a clear plan. The longer you wait, the more time the company has to change the rules. Fourth, check the expiry conditions, set a calendar reminder if needed, and make sure you know what activity actually keeps the points active. Finally, use points for something you genuinely need, not a random product from a reward catalog just because your balance is expiring. Loyalty points can save you money, but only when they reward spending you were already going to do. The system becomes expensive when the points start controlling your choices, when you buy more to reach a target. Choose a more expensive store for a bonus, or keep saving while the reward moves further away. The company wants you to focus on the number of points you have. You should focus on what those points are actually worth. Because the real goal is not to collect the biggest number, it is to get real value before the rules change, the rewards become more expensive, or the points quietly disappear. Use the points. Do not let the points use you.